Not every lesson comes from a lecture. Some are taught in pure silence. When I was in 8th grade, we had this teacher, Mrs. Bennett. Everyone called her strict, some even called her cold. She never smiled much. She always wore plain cardigans and sensible shoes. If you forgot your homework, she didn't yell, but her silence made you wish she had. One rainy Tuesday, we had a surprise math test. I remember because I hated math. It just never made sense to me. The numbers floated around in my head like pieces that wouldn't fit. I sat at my desk, pencil tapping, my mind blank. Next to me was Marcus, the loud kid, the class clown. He wasn't laughing that day. He just stared at his test paper, shoulders hunched up, like he was trying to disappear. Mrs. Bennett walked up the rows, her heels making that slow, steady click. When she stopped by Marcus, I held my breath. I thought she'd whisper something sharp, tell him to focus, or send him to the principal's office. But she didn't. She pulled up the empty chair beside him and sat down. That's it. She sat there, quiet. Her hands folded on the table, eyes calm, just there. At first Marcus didn't even look at her, but after a minute he peeked over. She gave him a small nod. No words, no scolding, no answers either, just quiet company. I watched Marcus straighten up. He took a breath. Then he picked up his pencil. Slowly, carefully, he started writing. What? Mrs. Bennett sat there the whole time. Maybe 10 minutes. She didn't help him cheat. She didn't give him the answers. She gave him something else. The feeling that someone was there, even in the stuck moments. When she stood up to move on, Marcus kept writing. He didn't ace that test, but he finished it. And that day, I think he learned something bigger than fractions. So did I. I learned that sometimes the best teachers teach without saying a single word. We think teaching is about talking, about having the right answers ready, but Mrs. Bennett showed me that presence can be louder than lectures. Sometimes, just sitting beside someone in silence can give them the courage to keep going. A quiet chair pulled up next to you can mean, I'm here, I see you, keep trying. And sometimes, that's all we really need. In this story, I used the phrase, hold my breath. When you hold your breath, it means you're waiting, worried, tense, like you're bracing for something bad. That day, when Mrs. Bennett stopped by Marcus, I held my breath because I expected trouble. But instead, she showed that silence can break tension too. So next time you hold your breath for something scary, maybe remember her calm chair instead.